Welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news, God showed me a coup planning. Prime Minister Ayodele issues a stern warning to Nigeria's military leaders. The leader of the INRI Evangelical Spiritual Church, Prime Minister Elijah Ayodele, has released a fresh prophetic revelation concerning Nigeria's security and political future, warning of a possible coup attempt in the months ahead. In a statement issued by his media aide, Osho-Oluwatosin, on Friday, the cleric disclosed that God revealed to him a looming plot by certain elements to destabilize Nigeria's democratic structure through a coup-like intervention, but assured that such an attempt will not succeed. According to Prime Minister Ayodele, the revelation came during a session of spiritual intercession where he saw forces coming to cause chaos within the military hierarchy and exploit growing dissatisfaction among soldiers. God showed me that there will be a serious plot to overthrow the government, but it will fail. I see confusion among the ranks and a plan to create disunity in the security architecture. The chief of army staff and the entire military leadership must be vigilant and prayerful, Ayodele warned. The clearly further caution that the months between December and February will be particularly sensitive for Nigeria's stability, urging security agencies to act swiftly against any suspicious movements or communications within the system. He added that the coup plan is spiritually engineered by both internal and external forces seeking to exploit the country's economic hardship and political divisions to trigger unrest. Nigeria's enemies are working underground to see the fall of this administration, but it will not stand. The Lord told me that the attempt will be exposed and crushed before it manifests. The military must stay united and reject any form of temptation or manipulation, he declared. Prime Minister Ayodele also advised President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the nation's intelligence agencies to take divine counsel seriously, noting that spiritual revelations often serve as early warnings to prevent national crises. He urged the government to prioritize the welfare of security operatives and address grievances that could be exploited by destabilizing forces. The government should not ignore divine messages. They should improve the condition of our soldiers, enhance intelligence gathering, and seek divine guidance. Only then will Nigeria overcome this looming danger, Ayodele added. The cleric concluded with a note of assurance, emphasizing that though evil plans may be conceived against the country, God's hands of mercy will continue to preserve Nigeria from collapse. And that is the desire of all Nigerians. Our desire and prayer every day is that God's hands of mercy will continue even to preserve Nigeria from collapse, according to what Prime Minister Ayodele said. Of course, I know 250 million Nigerians will concur to this because on one side we all want Nigeria to succeed, and on the other side we don't want Nigeria to fail. That's just the reality. And for those who may be not seeing this issue of destabilizing the current administration, I think they need to think twice, because whether you like it or not, each administration has its own peculiarity with their individual differences. Yes, you cannot say one is in quote now far better than the other, because it depends on the scale in which they are measured, and each administration has its own area of focus. And since government is a continuum, you can't finish all the work, meaning that if one administration comes today, it's going to focus on some areas, and the other areas that it refuse to focus, of course people who have vested interest in such other areas might begin to see the administration as enemy because their own area is not giving the focus. But the truth remains that a government can be everywhere. And of course, that's why we normally give advice to government too, that to some extent, governor has no business in business, that they should partner with private sectors and make sure that those areas that the government can't reach, the private sector can then do that. Then the ones the government can also reach, they should do it with sense of responsibility, such that the whole nation will know that, oh, this one is handled by public property power, and then this one is handled by private property or power, and then where they are going to collaborate, where they have public private partnership, they should also do so. So of course that will to a large extent might reduce unnecessary disgruntlement in the mind of some people, and then douse any tension, of course, among those who are feeling disgruntled or feeling sidelined, as it were. And not only that, as far as the issue of this prophecy is concerned, or vision, whichever Prime Minister Odele wants to call it, the issue of coup d'etat is not something, it's no more in vogue. That's just the right word. And the military should have that understanding. They should allow that to get into their medulla oblongata now. Even though there has been wave of military coup d'etat in some West African states around us, they should understand that Nigeria is not like those states. Some of those states are small in population. Nigeria happens to be the giant of Africa in terms of population. It's the largest black nation. And we need to understand the area of the fact that we need cohesion. We already have internal bickerings as regards religious differences, ethnic differences, regional differences, even at the political level. And it's a shame that we have taken those differences to every sphere of our lives. And we need to be very careful. The democracy we are enjoying now, this particular Fourth Republic, has been successful in the last 25 years, and kudos to the practitioners, and kudos to the military too. So if there are any among them that are now beginning to think of destabilizing this democracy, I think they should think twice. Number one, posterity will not forgive them. Number two, they will fail, because Nigerians are fully entrenched in democracy, and the world too has vested interest in Africa, especially in Nigeria, and they wouldn't want anything that would destabilize even their own business in this particular part of the world. So they should think twice. And number three, of course, coup d'etat. Many lives will be lost, and who told them they are going to succeed? So these are things they need to put into perspective. Of course, the warning that the prophet also gave, of course, should be adhered to strictly by the current administration. If there is need for them even to dot every I and cross every T as far as the welfare of or security operatives seems to be concerned, I think they should do so. Any grievances that seems to be coming up from that quarter should be addressed, so that all these enemy of progress will not exploit this particular situations and destabilize the good democracy and the freedom that we have been enjoying in the last 24 to 25 years. So that is very, very important. And of course, the government should not ignore this particular message, whether it's divine or not, whether divine is serious or not. They should improve the condition of our soldiers, those who are at war, those who are in the barrack, and they should enhance intelligence gathering and seek divine guidance, like the clergyman said. Keep liking our channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you give us your thumbs up, and please make sure you share. Thank you.